We have created an enterprise that's reason for being is to improve the environment by reducing emissions, to be a business that is in a green facility. An increase in telecommuting of 1% of California's workforce saves 1 million metric tons of CO2 equivalents.
Satellite telework centers provides a workspace on demand for consultants, home-based business owners, startups, and telecommuters who normally might drive to work every day of the week. We've got a mix of businesses who use the space. We've got some people who work for very large telecommunications and software companies, and then we've got everything down to landscape architects and contractors who use our space.
The local historian has space there. An astronomer who needed better connectivity that he could get even at his corporate headquarters.
Each of the facilities that we're building includes a mixture of private offices, cubicles, meeting rooms, and cafe space. So depending on what type of meeting you have to have or how much space you need for any given time, we've got a space that works for them.
We developed the technology to automate this kind of an environment. We use a standard RFID access card. You scan in, that unlocks the door, and then that goes through to our web app. We're tracking your usage for automated billing. So that means we can give somebody a bucket of hours plan. They can scan in, scan out, and they only have to pay for using that office for an hour, but they can do it in the middle of the night or on a Saturday. In Felton, we put in sun tunnels into a building built in 1893. We put all motion sensors on every light. We used all repurposed furniture. Video conferencing is an excellent way to reduce CO2 emissions.
We're in our main conference room and video conferencing facility. We're finding an increasing number of companies are using video conferencing systems to do job interviews. So say rather than fly somebody across the country to do a job interview, they'll bring them here, do the interview in an hour, and be done. Saves them a lot of time and a lot of money. In terms of the financial viability, we specifically are looking at small and mid-sized communities where you can lease space for cheap. We can build out within 2 months, and literally, when we open the doors, you've got people coming in who are working and then spending their money right in the downtown. So the neighboring businesses really like what we're doing.
There's concrete numbers on this. Each knowledge worker you can keep working in your town supports 14 square foot of retail. And we can give you reports of this is how much your telecommute program saved in terms of CO2 emissions.
A key part of our business plan is that we open up our facility on evenings and weekends to community groups, because what we find, particularly in small and mid-sized towns, is that groups have a real challenge in terms of finding places to meet. So what we say is come on in and use our space, for free or at very low cost.
Book clubs started meeting at the Satellite. The Valley Women's Club and the Monday night Buddhist meditation all meet at the Satellite now. It helps us, it gets more people through the door. It has people feeling ownership of the space. What I find most gratifying about this really is the building of community.